Hi, I'm Caralee with Caralee Styles. I'm a bridal hair ambassador for the Samvia team, and I'm going to be teaching you more bridal hair tips and tricks today. So let's get started. I'm going to take the section at the nape, and we're just going to section this off using our Samvia sectioning clips. These are great clips for holding the hair up and also not leaving any marks in the hair. Doesn't matter if your section's super clean here, but we are gonna go in and just make sure that the curls are going away from the face. I like to visually see a line just center in the head, going all the way from the top down to the nape. And then that's where I kind of section off my sections and know where to curl. Getting started, we're just gonna split that section into two. I'm gonna start on my right side. Starting on the right side, we're going to do a sleek half up, half down today. And we're going to be bringing the bangs all the way back so the ears will be exposed. Most perfect sleek style, but also you're able to have your hair down as well. So a lot of my brides have been requesting sleek styles this year. Coming in, I'm going to be using my Samvia texture iron, and we're going to start at the nape and we're working our way down. This doesn't need to be perfect. We're just adding a little bit of volume here and texture, so when we go back in and we back comb, everything will be nice and voluminous. We're going to come in, and we've already visually made that line going straight up the head. That's how we're going to work our sections as we work our way up. I am coming in using my Samvia. This is a 2-in-1, the Artist Series, and so this can come off and then it turns into a wand. But today we're going to be using it as the Marcel. This is a 1-inch, and this is one of my favorite irons to use. So we're going to come in here. I'm just kind of running through there and running through this section and just making sure it's really clean with my iron. That's why I went ahead and brushed through it as well. We want the sections to be very clean. So I'm coming in here, we're just gonna curl all of this hair. We wanna make sure we're standing behind the client. And you're just going to wrap that hair, make sure it gets towards the scalp of the nape. And then we're just gonna wrap the ends in. Just gonna spiral curl that hair all the way down. As we work our way up the head, the sections are gonna get larger, so you're going to have more to curl. The next section, I'll probably have 2 panels to curl, and getting that as close to the scalp as possible to make sure we have added volume. We're going to come in and just kind of drop that curl, sit, and cool. As we work our way up, we want these curls to cool, so when we come back in and we brush them or comb them out, they're gonna be really smooth and they'll last all day. Coming in with our Samvia brush, we're just gonna make sure everything is straight and nice and clean so that when we go through with our curling iron, nothing catches, creating that line there. And then over here, we're going to have 2 sections that we curl, and then we're going to have 2 sections we curl in this panel. 4 fingers down, I'm gonna start to curl that. Just taking this hair, making sure it's really clean, and wrapping this all the way down. Just kind of let this sit here. And then you're going to release after it sits, twist down, and then wrap that curl and drop. I'm gonna continue to work my way up, and then once we get to the top, I'll show you how I do that. After I've used my texture iron, I like to come in for these kind of curls in this kind of style. I like to just take my back combing up at the root and just really pack that in. I'm gonna be combing that really tight to just give it that added volume, so you can see how that kind of lives off the scalp. Moving towards the front on the left side, we're just going to pull this hair away from her ear. We're going to make sure that we're trying to stand with the client facing their ear. And on the right side, we're gonna go ahead and finish our curls. Everything just a little bit above the ear here. If you have a bride whose hair doesn't hold curl very well, I would suggest extensions, and I would also suggest carve out a little section at her crown area. This is going to give her all that volume that we're gonna need in a little while. Pretty snatched when we are putting the sides back, because the tightness from pulling it back is what's going to give that lift, the appearance of the lift to the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip this section out. So we have just our crown area here that's carved out. And then we have our 2 front panels. I'm gonna make sure that her part is completely straight, making sure that it aligns with the nose. I'm gonna take that section for now and we're just gonna clip it away and we're gonna work on our right side. Right now I'm coming in with my iron. I'm just gonna curl everything that you see that's laying down on top of the other curls. I'm gonna curl all of those sections away from the face. Then we are going to continue with our panels that we've left out up here, half up, half down style. We're on our left side now. We finished curling for the most part at this point. I'm coming in with my texture iron. I just wanna add a little bit of texture at the crown here. Even though this is a smooth style, there's just like this amazing feeling that the texture iron gives the hair. And it makes it so workable and manageable that I love to use it in all of my styles, regardless of how sleek they are. So I'm just coming in and I'm working my way down the hair with the texture iron. We're just going to bring this hair forward and then we're going to clip it out of the way. Now we're going to come in here, we're gonna focus on this point right here. I want this to be really secure and tight, so I'm gonna go ahead and use an elastic and 2 bobby pins. While I'm holding that there, I'm gonna let the front section down. I'm going to clip this until I have it all the way secured. Coming in, I'm gonna use 2 bobby pins and an elastic, and we're just going to take that bobby pin underneath here, and then we're going to meet the other bobby pin and just crisscross, so I'm just making an X. And then that will hold this tight. Now if you want to come in and add extensions, you'll do that at the very end when you're pulling your center section down and you're backcombing. So you're going to leave this section out, then we're going to balance it out. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. Working on my right side, I'm just going to pull this right section up. I'm gonna hit it with some spray wax from Redken. Then we're going to just smooth that out with our comb, and we're going to pull that up. And we're gonna meet it in the middle with our other section that we've already pulled back. As I'm doing that, I'm just gonna take from the front and I'm gonna hold this clip here, and then we'll just bobby pin that into the elastic that's already there. So far, this is what we have. You're gonna see these 2 panels out in the front. We're going to work with those, but the 2 sides have been pulled back. They're centered with the hair from the crown that we have pulled up. It's a lot of different sections here, so you wanna kind of pay close attention. So now we're going to just remove this hair, make sure everything's clean, and I just kind of clip that hair and the crown area just up so that it's not in our way while we're working. Now we're gonna come in and we're just gonna back comb this. We are going to bring this front panel back. I'm just using my spray wax to keep everything nice and clean. We're gonna come in and secure this with another elastic with 2 bobby pins. Keeping all of that really nice and tight. Now, this is where you can come in and you can spray some hairspray just to make everything nice and clean in the front too. I like to use a strong hold. One of my favorites is the Verb strong hold. And I'm just gonna kind of use my fingers. You can also use a metal prong comb just to keep everything nice and clean. You can add extensions here. You could also add a lot of back combing and some volume powder. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and back comb. I've already used my texture iron at the roots to create extra texture and volume. And I'll come in here and I'm just gonna curl the hair to match the other curls that I've already made. If you're a bride that wants to wear this style, I would suggest putting your veil in at the top of the crown where all that back combing is. It will for sure stay put, especially because there's so much padding in here essentially with the elastics and the 2 bobby pins. All right, so I'm just gathering the rest of these sections at the crown. Oh my gosh, I love this style. I think it is so fun. We're gonna just pull this straight up, and I would come in just with my texture iron, and we're gonna go straight off the scalp. Just kind of add that texture into the crown area. So now I'm gonna come in and we're gonna back comb all of that. And I'm just back combing down towards the scalp. I'm gonna split this section into two because it's rather large. And then I'm going to curl the hair away from the face. Coming in with our last section at the crown, I'm going to just take this last curl and just curl it, starting a little bit lower here, just getting that bend into the left section so that it matches our others. Same thing with this one. Underneath, it didn't curl as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and curl this, re-curl it. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side. Once that's finished, I'm gonna go ahead and just brush everything out. So we're just gonna pull all of this hair up towards the crown. Just have all of this balanced out around the top as it lays. And then I'm going to just comb all of this out with a wide tooth comb. I'm just gonna come in and kind of place my hand right here to just hold everything together as I comb through. And you're gonna have to comb through a couple of times, but this is just going to give you that soft, beautiful, romantic wave. So here you have it. She's sleek, she looks beautiful, she has volume, and she can even be pulled to the front. And there you have it. A sleek half up, half down that's a little bit different than your normal traditional half up, half down. You have the volume, you have the sleekness, and this is pulled tight on the sides just to give you that snatched look, to pull your cheeks up, and then you have your beautiful waves that are all brushed out and really trendy with the 2025 current bridal style trends. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new. I love getting to teach for Samvia, and I love getting to share my knowledge with you. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I will see you next time. Thanks.